JSchlatt, the internet's favorite alcoholic. He is an extremely well-known YouTuber who's gathered enough subscribers to commit an act of terrorism on a country of his choosing. But a question that I've always had is, how did he reach the popularity he has today? On June 5th, 2014, 4,650 days after the incident, JSchlatt posted his very first YouTube video on his old channel. This would be the beginning of what would later become a channel that features a man who looks extremely racist, reacting to TikToks and other random things online. Now, usually you look at a content creator and think that them being relatable or funny is the biggest reason as to why they're popular. But what if I told you that I don't think that's the case for Schlatt? I think the biggest thing that Schlatt has relied on all this time is his laugh. That's right, the laugh that sounds like an insane asylum inmate going through psychosis. Now, obviously Schlatt is a funny guy whose content is pretty enjoyable to watch. But there's tons of funny white guys out there. What makes this submissive and breedable one so special to get more views on a single video than most channels will ever see in their lifetime? Well, aside from the Alabama facial hair, I think his laugh really does make a huge difference in making the content more enjoyable for his audience. Years ago, the channel Vsauce did a study on laughing and how it affects the people around you. The science was more conclusive than Stephen Hawking on Epstein Island. And it was discovered that if you laugh, more often than not, the people around you will also start to laugh. This would explain why Schlatt's videos do so incredibly well, even though it's just reactionary content. Now, I'm gonna blow your house up with a truth bomb here. Schlatt's laugh is fake. Now, for all 2 people that are shocked, I'll give you a second to catch your breath. But Schlatt's laugh has been delicately practiced in the span of years to get where it is today. If you've seen some of his content, you might remember the Jackbox videos. I think this is really where he got to hone in on making his laugh perfect. For example, here's him laughing in the first Jackbox video. And here's him laughing in the last Jackbox video.
Mater baiter.
So basically,
a pretty significant difference. Now, if you don't believe me when I say his laugh is fake and you think I'm some kind of flat earth conspiracy theorist, there's a couple of instances out there on the internet where Schlatt has discussed his laugh. And in these clips, he talks about practicing it in order to make it what it is today.
Like, I walked into Schlatt's room one time and he's going, ah, and I was like, what are you doing? He's like, just practicing my fake laugh.
You came in.
He just did it right now.
I think it's interesting because you could tell that Schlatt's early content was scripted and really only focused on the bits and the jokes. But as time went on, he's been able to rely on his laugh more and more to make the videos enjoyable. So he doesn't really need to script his videos or make these elaborate bits anymore, which obviously isn't a bad thing. He's been able to focus on what makes a video perform the best, and he's stuck with it. JSchlatt's laugh has also helped him in many other ways aside from just his main channel content. With his schizophrenic laugh, he's easily 1,000 more times clippable. Now, what I mean by that is that it's easy to make short form content from his main channel videos. Hence why he has a shit ton of compilations of himself made by himself. If you also go to his TikTok, you'll discover that the majority of his posts are him watching a piece of content and then busting out a wheeze like he's just finished his 5th pack of the day. Again, there's nothing wrong with content like this. I just think it's absolutely wild that he's been able to focus on such a specific thing and it's worked so well for him. So ultimately, from this video, we've learned that the real thing that's made JSchlatt famous is the racism.